A wee wander.
Hey there, this is Kim with Wonders I Wonder, playing another Wee Wander. And now I am playing Rusty Lake Roots, and this will be my part 1.
Rusty Lake, spring, 1860. James Vanderboom arrived at Rusty Lake. His uncle had just passed away under mysterious circumstances. James was his uncle's only heir. He had no idea of the events that would change his life.
All right, so we have James Vanderboom here. I like his hat. He's going to read this letter. It says, "Dear James, I regret to inform you that your uncle has passed away. He has left you his house and a very special seed. Plant it and start your own family." So kind of a weird letter. Please note the 572 on there. So he's thinking about that seed, what he's going to do with it, I guess. So we have the suitcase, and we put in the numbers that were on the letter. Open that up, and he does not have clothes, but he has this box and a dog bone. We have the seed now. We're going to get that bone. And now we have the cute little dog. If you have played or watched Cube Escape the Cave, or just whatever, this dog shows up in a lot of things. But this is the little puppy version of the dog that we see, who I don't think has a name. But we gave it the bone, so it's going to bury it. Or you think so, but anyways, he at least makes a little pile of dirt for us to plant that seed. So we're going to take that watering can, move it over, and dip it in the well. Pull that back up. Water that plant. And now we have the start of a tree. And James seems very impressed by this. Okay, so now we have kind of a illustrative tree that we're moving on up into the higher up branches, if you will. And now James needs to get into the house. Now, usually in the Rusty Lake games, you're kind of playing from as a character. And in this, I don't feel like you're doing it. You're just kind of more of a spectator who's also helping. So maybe you could say you're playing as Fate. Who knows? One might say that you're playing as Mr. Crow, but I like Fate. But you're also just kind of playing the game. So anyway, we just helped James get this nest down with this egg, and what do you know? It's a baby crow. So he's hungry. So we're going to get that worm. And then we look, and there's a diamond. Not what you're expecting in a flower pot. And then we're going to move on. Oh no, we need to give the worm to the crow. There you go, little dude. And now we have another diamond. So now we mosey on over. And you can see that in order to open this door, you need to put in 3 diamonds, which, whatever. It's the Vanderbooms. So we need to get this 3rd diamond. And we have, obviously, that kind of shadow Mr. Crow. Now we can Open the door and we see the creepiest wallpaper. Okay, so now the uncle. So we're, again, inside the house now. We have the Vanderboom brothers. We have Aldous and William. Aldous is, of course, ends up being Mr. Crow. And William, you know, if you've played or seen the other games, you know him. But these are ancestors of Laura Vanderboom, who we have seen in many of the games. And then also in the cave, there was that family tree in that book. And that's basically, I think that was supposed to be maybe a clue that this game was coming out. So anyways, what does James want? James wants a fire. If it wasn't for us, James wouldn't be doing anything. So we have that axe. We have our trusty matches. So we're going to take the axe over to the log, cut up some wood, scroll on back over, and make a nice cozy fire. And then we get another key. So now James is sleepy. I'm worried about that stain or the many stains on the wallpaper behind him. And he's dreaming about a special lady friend, and we'll see her later. But for now, we need to learn more about this uncle. So we're going to open up these windows. And sure, there's bloody handprints all over the window panes. But we use this, or we're going to be using this for a puzzle. So you just kind of have to track where their handprints are. And then you know, use that information to click on the right tile for this cabinet. And now we have a timepiece, pocket watch thing. We click on that, and it's giving us a time, 8:25. So now we're going to go over to this clock and put the time in. I love the way that you can put the time in this game. It's harder in some of the other games. So let's see what's in this clock. Oh, it's our naked uncle. And you may see that little arrow pointing at William's nipple. So we're gonna, I don't know, tweak it. I don't know what we're doing. We're clicking on it. And we have a portal now, a nipple portal. So we're gonna go inside. It's like the Magic School Bus, but like worse. So we get his heart. And then we exit out of the mouth. So could be worse, of course. And I didn't mention this, I meant to, but in that picture that was behind the Vanderboom brothers, there was a reference to a heart being in the jar and other sacrifices, and we'll get into that later. But now let's move on to love, because after traveling through a nipple hole, we need something sweet. So we have James, and then this woman's name is Mary. And I love the sunset in the background. So she's like, love, question mark? And he's like, love, question mark? It's hard because this is the face he has, like, almost throughout the entire game. Just very, what's behind those eyes? But we're going to help James out. We get this flower. We'll give it to Mary. Nope. She has a bloody nose, so we're going to give her our hanky, clean that up. And then we come over to this crow. We're going to borrow a feather. So James has this piece of paper and that square nail. He's going to write a message with the blood, because why not? He says, "Will you marry me?" Isn't that cute? I mean, in this universe, it's cute. And I love that she just slides over. So we get this worm. And we're going to see what she's thinking. She's like, "How about a ring, though?" Which, that's fair. By the way, the way this crow's going to fly in a bit, the way he flies is really funny to me. So we give him that worm. Like, why does he fly like that? It's so funny. So we get this key. We're going to open up this thing. And of course, we have a severed hand, but the hand has a ring, and that's all that matters right now. What would James do without us? So now it's official, and Mary's so happy. And then, let's see, what am I doing now? Okay, yes, I think this is the last one I'm doing for this video. Childbirth. Yes. All right, so Mary needs something so she can give birth. So we're going to make her a little something something. So we get scissors, and that's it. And the spoon, and the mortar. And then that's the dog from earlier, but now she, I don't know. The dog is older. So we take the plant now and we put it in there and we crush it up. And that is a birth potion. You know, whatever. We don't need more explanation. So we give that to Mary. Oh, and she's ready. Now, as you can see, we have 3 cribs, so that means 3 babies. Oh, here's one. So we're gonna clip them and pick them up. So they just bungee jump right out of her. She seems pretty chill. Oh, she makes a little face. Still pretty chill, though. You can put down your skirt now, Mary. Oh, no, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention there would be a placenta coming. Okay, so we have 3 babies. You can note one's bald, one has some hair, and then one has a birthmark. So we're going to keep that in mind. And then, let's see. Okay. So we have these different birth announcements, which of course look really weird. So we have Samuel Vanderboom, Emma Vanderboom, and Albert. And then you can see that we have different colored spills on the birth announcements. And those are going to give us a clue as to what liquid we're going to give these babies, or each of these babies. You would think they would all get milk, but no. For some reason, only Samuel will get the milk. And then the blue is for water, and you would think for Rusty Lake the red would be blood, but it's going to be wine. So Let's feed the placenta to the dog. That tuckers the dog out so we can get that key. Now we can get the bottles. And then let's see. We're going to start with the water for Emma. So we put this bottle outside. And then we're going to put the spigot, whatever, what do they call it? The tap in the barrel and get some wine. I didn't realize at this point that I was trying to put wine in the water bottle. But now we have wine. And then she's like, only one of my babies will have milk. Obviously, I'm sure that's symbolic, but you'll see. Okay. So, and we also get on these birth announcements little clues into their future stories. But now we need to give their baby, or the babies, their bottles. So, wine for Albert, water for Emma, and milk for Samuel. Okay, well that is going to be all for now. So I will see you in part 2 of Rusty Lake Roots. Bye.